Yeah, finding pleasure in the process, never second guessing why on earth I'm not on yet. 24 hours no sleep, I ain't yawn yet. I ain't talking sneaker shopping when I say it's complex. Mrs. Summer, I was working on a project. Sorry for the late text back, I sent a God bless. My engineer's working like he's God sent, trying to find some stopping grounds. The team ain't really stopped yet. Truth be told, I'm only hanging with the stop down. Same ones who say the same things when you not round. All you guys shoot shit with the same people when you gone, they get you shot down. Goddamn pipe down, not now. Red button, wipe down. Get you boys pinned by the water like a lighthouse. Text the team, slide right now. Keno's in the room, ironic when they told me let it die down. Wrongs from my past, homie. Lost the girl that I love, but gained the lesson that it taught me. Man, I'm 6:30, no coffee. The drive in my body past the point of exhaustion.
Keep going! Yeah.
Can I hit the gas without exhaust? Pretty symbolic of the time on my clock. Man, it's always spit behind the wheel. Corporation names just sit beside the deals. Goddamn, bring me someone tougher than me. Not a very long list, Brody. Trust and believe.
What else?
Who else do you think you would trust with the keys of the whole damn game if it's not Mr. C? Yeah. I'm married to the game, couldn't call it off. Cocktail waitress say I'm fire like a Molotov. So pop some bottles like it's Mazel Tov. Napa Valley with the family kicking up at Bottle Rock. The FOF captain call the shots. They always really care what I say like the Fox. Ain't no more late night drives with the talks. You wanna hear me speak, here's a song, now watch. Yeah, and every word is a Benny. I stack every sentence, tables turn and I'm ready.
Keep going!
By the time that I'm 30, it'll be plenty. I'ma start taking rappers to the shed like Lenny.
Come on!
TSA, we get used to all the beeping. Security by my hip and they gon' always bring the heat in.
Keep going!
Protecting me from all the demons or attention-loving people who start popping for no reason.
Oh my
The
God!
poison in my cup wasn't strong enough. My willingness to work show the days aren't long enough. And it's not just me, this is all of us. My body is a vessel for the seas when the water's rough.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I break bread as I make it. Give it all to the fam and got more loaves baking. In and out the oven, staying in the kitchen. I don't even need a mitt, I'm already hotter than a piston. And no one really hard as me, no one really wanna be. The blood, sweat, and tears to get here took all of me. Can't decide if it was worth it, cause I've died 100 times trying to live my one purpose. Come on.
Stop playing with him, yo. Stop playing. Oh my
Run me
God!
one more.
Stop playing with him, shit. Stop playing with him, shit. Call him off!
Hey, run me one more.
he said-
And now it's time for me to get on your guys' ass. It's like,
Yeah,
Look,
get different, Showtime.
my spirit is priceless, but it's 50 for one of my tees.
God.
Don't try to buy me right out of my morals. I broke down myself just to make y'all believe. And whoa, I'm back in that mode for real. How many records you sold for real? That's what really never know for real. You still think I'm on my own for real? Dooley wouldn't get you rolled for real. Back is all up on the wall like they measure my height, and I'll show you I'm grown for real.
Okay.
I'm leveling up in the game. I'm earning my stripes, need trophies for all of my work. The hearts are purple, the trophies are gold. Olympian flow when I'm running the verse, the room getting cold. So let's run it up and on ISO. They say they homies with me, everyone does. I don't even like, bro. Please don't ask where the girls at, cause I lost the one that I loved and it's killing me. I cannot turn back, and I would give anything just to provide and get what I burn back.
Hey!
But now that I've lost it, got nothing to lose. Drilling the wall is kind of the motto. I get in the groove and I promise you're screwed.
Hey!
Way too good to make mistakes. Putting critics in their place.
What else?
Dinner spots eating prime rib just to show you all what's at stake. I just had to call up Jake, asking really what he think. He responded saying dissing me is like throwing punches at a tank. Campbell sticky. Someone called Jesus for showing me love. I cannot spar with you guys. This shit gon' get ugly. Your face on the front of my glove. 23 albums in 17 years. No wonder they giving it up. Make a wrong move with me, I'll smile and leave. I promise you one and it's done. Management watching me, telling me cool it, but at the same time get the bar set. Have Chubb flowing the beat. I'm piping it up, but I'm not getting hard yet. So she tell him. How I got the bar set? Cause I'm so done with these rappers. I stuff like a mall. It's time. So I told him like, whoa, I'm back in that mode for real. How many records you sold for real? Guess we'll really never know for real. You still think I'm on my own for real? Thomas wouldn't get you rolled for real. Back is all up on the wall like they measure my height, and I'll show you I'm grown for real. GR, what's up?
Oh my God.
Real Rigo, FOF forever. We're doing this. We're here.
Hey, stop playing with him,
They
man.
said keep going, so I had to keep going.
Hey, stop playing with him, man. Talk to him, Showtime. Talk to him.
Welcome back to ShowtimeSpeaks Keep Going Podcast. Yes, we got a special episode for y'all today. We went on a roll with Showtime Speaking. We in the building. Kenny, where we at? 3, 2, 1. Come on! Oh my.
Yeah, the energy is high.
Yo.
The vibes is in. We here.
We flew all the way here for this, man. I'm talking about, yo, like this iconic. This something that's, we talking about putting us on the map. Like we all over the globe right now, bro. Like this is about to be worldwide. Like this is about to be something that's we're gonna be talking about for the rest of our life, bro.
Crazy,
you feel
bro.
what I'm saying? Cause like just the energy is so high, man. I just want to really give a shout out to all the sponsors, like FSC Media, BXA Digital in the background. The energy is high. I mean, like everything that we doing. Big shout out to Shiny Eye Studios. Big shout out to Leonard. Big shout out to Paul. I mean, we got a lot of great energy in the building. Next Level Physical Therapy, Cozy Jeweler, the jeweler that keeps us cool. I mean, like everybody that's all involved in making this happen, bro. Like
don't forget your suits.
Oh yeah, Shreon, stop playing. Because they always, because if you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you look good. Stop playing. Come on, stop playing. So just the energy is just super, super high, man. I mean, Kenny, what's going on, bro? Like, let's just talk about just getting on the road and just doing this and the energy that we've already experienced already before we even introduce our special guest, bro. I can say you already introduced yourself, but we're going to have a proper introduction. But what's going on, bro?
I've been playing that Ride Wave song in my head, bro.
What is it,
says sometimes you're going to wake up with your dreams in your face.
Yeah.
I mean, we here, bro. We here. It's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing. Honestly, it's a blessing to do it with you, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like, I travel a little bit for Reds Camp, and I've been in San Francisco in February, but like to do it with your brother and to do it with a team and to do it on this type of level, podcast. And,
bro.
Man, again, I always saw it, but like, you don't see it until you actually do it.
1,000%,
and
bro.
we doing it, bro.
Like,
so it's a blessing for sure.
Like just seeing it all like come together, man. I think that, man, I found myself like getting emotional like probably like a couple of times now. And like, it's funny because, I was talking to Leonard, the owner of the building, the house that we in. He talked about what Shiny Eye Studio is. And he talked about, just the moral and the principles behind it and dreams coming to life and so much that you got to go through. And the eyes, when you get to that moment, you get to those times, your eyes get a little teary. You start shedding tears, man, because it's tears of joy, bro. And, this next guest that we got coming on is a product of what they've been building, what they've been doing. I've heard a lot about this kid, Christian Coelho. How do I say it? Coelho. I did it. I said it right.
Christian
Coelho. You feel me? Just the energy, bro. We always do a nice introduction for our guests, bro. And, I got something special for you, bro. All right, here we go. I got to clear my throat right quick. Here we go, bro. Listen, man, hey, all the way to the West Coast, man, all the way from the East Coast, man, new up-and-coming rapper, bro. I'm telling you, this kid is on another level, bro. Album just dropped, a couple weeks ago, July 24th. New album called 619. I mean, hungry, thirsty, bout it. You heard me, the Philly way. The energy is high. I mean, like, I'm talking about when we first got in the building, this dude been spitting since we got here.
Facts.
Give a warm welcome to the guy, Christian. Say it for me.
Coelho. Appreciate you guys.
What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Thank you guys for having me.
Bro, this is amazing, bro. Like, if people don't know who Christian is, who is he?
Just trying to be a good dude. Just a normal dude that makes pretty good music, I'd like to say. I'd hope to say.
Yeah.
So, I grew up here, Danville, California, West Coast kid. 23 years old, and just making some music.
Yeah, man.
What was the first moment you knew like you liked hip hop? Like what was that moment for you? Like when, how old did you grow up liking music? Your family into music?
I think honestly my first real encounter with hip hop would probably be listening to like the Carter 3 when I was super young. And I just fell in love with just listening to Lil Wayne and a lot of those guys, growing up. And I listened to it in the car, I listened to it in the house. I used to have it on the iPod. And I just loved hip hop. It always has that energy to it. And I've always loved that. And it just kind of stuck with me and just who I am as a person, just kind of an energetic person. It just kind of went hand in hand.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Like, we're big time family guys, man. Like, I'll share a story, man. My little sister went to college the other day, man, and it's hit me.
Yeah.
Kenny, he's big. He's a big family guy. Talk about your experience with your family. Talk about who you are, like where it all comes from, mom, dad, like just give a big shout out to them or whatever it is. Just talk about it, bro.
Yeah. So I grew up with my parents, split up when I was super young. Single mom just kind of raised me, and I think that has a lot to do with my hunger as well. Just having such a great mom and such a great role model to look up to, just always hustling her ass off. And I remember when I was little, my mom would go to night school because she wanted to get her paralegal degree. And I mean, just watching her do that, and take care of us, and it was just so incredible to watch. And I think I got a lot of that work ethic and grit that I have with music. I think I got a lot of that from her. Yeah. So yeah, mom, dad's still in the picture, still love dad, but yeah, I mean, sister too. I got a grandma. My grandma's like my best friend. Yeah, so I'm a tight knit person. I'm a family person. Yeah. Just always keep shit with the family. Yeah. The way I was raised.
Yeah, bro.
So when you decided to do this rapping thing, was it somebody in your family that like pushed? You know how sometimes you'll tell your dreams to your folks, they'll be like, nah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Was your family like the family that was like, yeah, do it? Like somebody specific in that family?
I mean, it was tough for me because, I mean, especially where I'm from. I mean, I was born and raised here in Danville, California. And there's nobody that's done this from where I'm from.
Wow.
So it was hard, and I understand it having to look at, like, now that I'm older, I understand it because I can kind of see it from her perspective. But it's like, coming in at 18 years old and telling your mom, like, hey, I'm not going to go to college. I want to make music full time. And then even that being like, I want to be a rapper. Yeah. It's like, it's a tough conversation to have, but I always just had such belief in myself, and I showed and I proved that work ethic. And I think that that made it kind of okay. And I think that she accepted it because she saw how hard I was working. And I always tell her, I'm like, and we just had a conversation actually about it the other day. But I was like, the 4 years that I would have spent in college, I worked probably triple as hard just with music. And I gained so much and learned so much. And not knocking anybody that goes to college or that has gone to college, it's amazing. But it was like, I just, like, the real life experiences that I had to go through with having to put myself in positions to be like, you're uncomfortable 24/7 because you're doing things that are new. I had no blueprint to look up to.
Right.
So it was tough, but I think that everyone was kind of accepting of it just because they knew that I was really putting in the work.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't half-assed. Like, I'm not one of those guys that was coming out there being like, I want to be a rapper because I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to be a rapper because I had something to say.
Nah, 1,000%.
So that was kind of,
No, I love that, man. Like, I think that, that's the reason behind Showtime Speaks. Like, I believe that I have something to say.
Yeah.
And, it's meaningful, it's purposeful. And I feel like when I hear you rap, I hear that. Like, how do you, like, you're talking about your family background. Like, how did you deal with, becoming you had to become the man of the house.
Yeah.
Early. You know what I'm saying? You said your dad wasn't there?
He was in the picture a little bit, but not fully. Like, my parents split up and he lived a little further away.
How did you deal with that, bro? Because I know, like, from my own personal, like, background story, like, I struggle with that, bro.
Yeah.
And we grew up in the projects in Philly, bro. So it was just like, sometimes I needed my pop to be there when I needed him, and it used to hurt me a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Because it was times where, like, things would happen, traumatic stuff would happen, and you looking, it's only you and your mom.
Right.
How did you deal with that, bro?
Honestly, well, like, first off, I'm so grateful for that experience now. And I'm like, as much as I suffered because of it early, and, there was times where I really wish I would have had, like, someone like there. It was like, I just learned to become a man so early. Yeah. And I learned to deal with situations, and, like, those kind of lessons that you learn, like, early on in your life kind of stick with you. Right. And I think that it was tough on me for sure. And it was tough on my mom too, because I know that she wanted somebody to be there. And thanks to the Lord and thank you to God. Yeah, bro. I mean, my mom we have a really strong faith in God in my household. And we have a lot of people around in the community that have always helped bring me up, and it wasn't just her. Like, we had family, friends, we had all these people that kind of helped and kind of took me in his family at such a young age that it was a lot of help. And, having a community behind your back is, like, such a big deal. And, but I will say, like, I am so grateful for all that stuff that I had to go through, all the bullshit and trials and tribulations. Like, that's what made me this. No, and without that, I mean, I wouldn't be here at all.
And speaking of family, I know we talked earlier. Talk about what FOF means to you, and just explain that.
Yeah, so when I was, I think it was my senior year of high school, I was really starting to kind of push music, and I wanted to have, like, a group name for, like, the people that supported me and my close, my unit. Yeah. And I was like, FOF made sense to me. It stands for Family Over Friends, and it was like, this group,
we're family over friends. This is not, you know, like if someone were to ask me who my best friends are, I'm not naming these guys. Like, this is my family.
I like that.
And we've always kept the same team. Like I've had the same guys around me the entire time. And it's always been that way for me. And I like having it that way because when shit hits the fan, like, who's got your back?
Facts.
And there's been plenty of times that, I mean, especially in the last year, 2 years, where I've gone through something and, you know, a lot of people that are there in the moment, you turn around and it's like, where is everybody?
Facts.
But that same group has always stuck with me. And so we all ride for each other. So it's family over friends. And I mean, I got it tatted all over me.
Now, do they do music as well? Or
No, not even.
So you're the only one who does music? Nice.
Like just a close friend group, just a support system. It's like, that's the family.
I love it, bro. I love it, man. Like, there's always, you know, we've been talking about community a lot, man. We've been talking about that, man. I don't think that I'm here without having a community, a family, you know, having Kenny, having Nard, BXA, like all of that, like it's super, super special. Even us being here.
Yeah.
You know, like we're here because Paul and Leonard are like at the forefront of all this and made this all possible.
Totally.
Like people need to realize that, like, yo, like this only happened because of the relationships and the community that we've built that was with Paul, with Leonard, all these people like along the journey, man. Talk about that. Talk about the people you've met along the journey, man. And specifically talking about Leonard, bro, and us being in Shiny Eye Studio, bro.
Yeah, I mean, so to start, I mean, one of the first people that ever really took me under his wing, and I always give him credit for this, was this guy, Don Caprice, my guy, Don. He started off recording in Vallejo, and when I was 18, I was just like, white kid from Danville looking for somewhere to make music. And like I said, like around here, there's no studios, there's no, you know, there wasn't anything. So the closest one that I could find was a studio in Vallejo. And this guy, Don, was the engineer. And I remember I showed up first day to the studio and I bought a session online. So it's kind of like, you don't know who's coming. And he opens the door and he's kind of like, who the fuck is this? And I'm with like, you know, just a couple of my guy friends from here. And he's like, what the fuck is this guy? I remember I went in that day and I had a 9-hour session. It was on my birthday. And I went in there, I did probably 15 songs. And
first time.
Yeah. Wow. And Dom was like, and I, you know, I'd recorded on my MacBook and everything before, but nothing like a professional studio. And I just remember, you know, from that day on, like he saw that in me and he saw that I was really hungry to do it. And he's like, all right, let's ride. And like, he took a lot of flack for, you know, bringing me around and, you know, posting me all the time, posting the white kid, posting it. It was a thing. And, you know, I'd always love and respect Don, and that is my guy forever because he was the first one who really took that. And he's like, fuck it. He took the chance on me. And so, yeah, he kind of took me under his wing and we made hundreds of songs together. He was going to quit music and he had later on told me, he was like, I was one day from being done making music and you came into my studio and did that. And it showed me, like, it gave me like a new drive to do it. And I like, that is my brother forever. Like he comes over, he calls my mom. So, you know, it's like people like that. And then obviously there's been a couple of people like close friends, like family friends around here that have been so supportive. Shout out to the Dudum, shout out to the Salisburys. And then obviously Leonard, I met Leonard probably about a year and a half ago. And I remember I came in here just to look at the studio and Leonard and I ended up talking and we just sat down and just were kind of shooting the shit. And just had the best conversation about, you know, life and, you know, what I'm trying to do with this and how I want to pay this forward with, you know, with my talent, how I want to show the next generation of kids, like maybe college isn't the only way, you know, maybe especially around here, like that's the kind of the pipeline you go down.
Right.
So it's kind of like, you know, I want to show that there's another way to do it. And I remember telling him and we were sitting there and I was like, I know I'm meant to do this. Like I'm driven to do this and there's a reason I'm driven to do this. And I've put in my 1,000 hours, 10,000 hours and I was like, I'm ready to do this. And ever since then, I mean, Leonard's been like a dad to me. Like he's really kind of just, you know, meant the world to me and opened the studio to me and just let me kind of explore, you know, and be creative. And it's kind of helped me so much. Like this last album, I wrote damn near the whole entire thing in here.
Wow.
But I mean, I have so many people like that. And it's like, I'm not shit without any of these people. So I'm just so thankful and blessed by God to have these people in my life. And I mean, you guys coming, like, it's like every single person that's been coming into my life, you know, it's like, since you put out positive energy, it comes back.
I truly believe that. And I just want to back forward just a little bit before so you used to play football too, right? Because we got a football guy, right? He said he trying to throw the football. But like, talk about that though, bro. Talk about just like you growing up because you grew up as an athlete. And then you decided your senior year, you said you decided to become a rapper. So like talk about like your athlete part.
Yeah.
And then that transition, like, all right, I ain't trying to play no more.
Yeah. So my whole life I played football. I mean, I played Pop Warner football when I was little all the way through. And I played receiver when I was really young. And then I started getting like quarterback training and I was like, I want to be a quarterback. Yeah. And I always had a good arm because I used to grow up and I used to throw the football all the time. So I got quarterback training and I was like JV year. I'm like this is it. Yeah. And I had my tight end JP Murphy ended up playing at San Diego State. Yeah. My best friend like ever. We just had like an insane year JV year, and then I got moved up to varsity, and then from there I kind of started playing receiver again. We had a couple really good quarterbacks. And I just love football. I was more so like the team. Like I just love having like good people around, and just that atmosphere is just like fucking awesome.
So like, you know how like some teams like because me and she do it sometimes. You know how some teams they'll be like make a beat, boom, and was you the ball rapping?
Nah.
Ball rapping
So the crazy thing is, I was like never. I made music since I was 11 years old. Yeah, I was recording on a MacBook in my closet, like curled up, doing shit since I was little. But like I never and I was posting shit on SoundCloud in high school, but like so is everybody else, you know what I mean? Right. So it was like it wasn't, but I knew I was like trying to kind of take it seriously, but I wasn't saying anything until I was like really sharpening the sword. So I was like, with football, my music really never I was playing Bay Area shit. I mean, we're from here. We were playing SOB in the locker room. We were playing Nef the Pharaoh. I mean, we were whatever. And so it never really came up until, and this is the craziest shit ever, until my senior year. The schools around here do this thing where there's a rap that so we have a rival high school, and each team makes a rap like dissing each other, and it's the week before the game, so it's like all week you're listening to this shit getting pissed off like fuck these guys. And so I got asked to do it, and at this point I had a good amount, like people knew I was making music at school, and I dropped something, people come and say what's up and whatever. And I remember someone came up to me, they're like, you should do the 12th man rap. And I was like, no. I thought it was corny. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then a couple of my buddies were like, you got to do it. Like, if anyone's got to do it, you got to do it.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And so this is so crazy that one of the admin at our school had heard my music and literally came to class and pulled me out and said, you are not allowed to do the 12th man rap. I've heard the kind of music you make. Not allowed.
Wow.
And so I'm like, like whatever. Right. And then just because she told me I couldn't do it, my buddy had a little like makeshift studio at his house, and I went after him. I was like, let's just make one and just fuck around. We'll say it's someone else. So we make the song, and I remember we turned it in, and all the teachers, all these people, before it even got released, they have to approve it. They're like, this is so amazing. And they didn't even know it was me. And then so we went to go shoot the video, and that admin lady was there, and she knew I made it, but she already approved it. And so she saw me, she's just shaking her head. I was like,
that's crazy.
So we shot the video, and the thing I got like 40,000 views. Like it was like kind of went up.
That's crazy, man.
That's, and that was the first time ever that like people around school were like, oh, he's actually like making music. That's and crazy. People like, I'll be out now at like the bar, and someone will walk up and be like, did you make the 12-man song? I'm like, nah, it wasn't me. I'll be like, it wasn't me.
That's crazy.
That's cool, yo. Like to be able to be known for something like that. Yo, that's cool, bro. Like, did you ever see it like being like a dream thing? No, we talk about being football players and athletes. Did you dream about being a rapper?
I knew I wanted to make music. I don't think that rap was really like, and I still to this day, like when people ask me what I don't always say rapper. Like I'm an artist. I make way more than just rap.
I like that.
So I don't really want to, like, I would never put myself in a box, but like I knew that I was going to make music because like I was so in love with making the music. And when you spend hundreds of hours working on something and it's not monetized, you're not going to make money from it. That's how you know you love it. And that was kind of the thing with football too. Like, I mean, I love playing football, but as soon as I realized I wasn't going to play college football, I was like, well, I'm off it. So like the music thing, when you're putting songs on SoundCloud that are getting 50 views, you're not getting paid.
Right.
1,000%.
And I still was like putting like tens of hours into songs. So like, I mean, I knew that the music was going to be, that's what I was going to do.
Well, a bounce back question off that, because that was one of my questions. How do you stay motivated when you're not seeing those results?
You got to love it. And I think that that's the reason, people talk about why artists don't make it all the time. And you'll hear artists that never made it that'll talk about not making it. And they'll be like, it's this, or it's a problem with this. And at the end of the day, like it's all the people that don't quit make it. Like, look at the people that have been in this shit for years.
Keep going.
And like, it's keep going. Like, that's the whole. If you're not gonna be consistent, you're not gonna get anywhere.
No, that's facts.
You're just running in place,
and there's no timeline on it.
No, and that's why like people like I love Jelly Roll, and his story is incredible.
Incredible.
But look how old he was when he blew up after all those years. Like, it's gonna come eventually, and like the universe it rewards you for your work, and I'm a big believer in that. And I just think that, I mean,
no, even just being here, bro, this is not only is this big for you, it's big for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that, you know, it started off by, yo, you motivational, start speaking in front of the camera.
Yeah.
To me going into a dark room, to me going and doing it at the gym, to me walking into the studio with Kenny and saying, can I borrow that?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what it takes for you to get to the next level, bro.
It just evolves.
And it's super, super special. I really want to talk about what we witnessed yesterday, last night, the energy, the vibes. We talking about, do you love it? Do you care about it? Do you want to be this? I'm not going to lie. Between you and Siete, and he coming on next, yo, the energy, the vibes.
Yeah.
I just, like, I'm so crafty with doing this and doing everything, and Kenny's so crafty with being a trainer and doing this and doing that, and thinking of different ways to be better and be great. Watching that process, the art of rap.
Yeah.
Talk about that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, it's different every time, and that's the thing. But I can always kind of flip the switch. And like how I am, like obviously like how I am right now, and then when I was doing the verses earlier, like you can tell.
Yeah.
It's, you have to turn it on.
Yeah.
And I'm always ready to turn it on at any point. But I think that it's one of those things
you gotta be.
where it's like, you know, so like for example with Siete and I yesterday, like Siete is so fucking talented,
bro,
crazy, like amazing artist, like
my God,
incredible. And you know, working with him is fucking awesome.
Yeah, bro.
It's my life's easier because it's like, you know, we're making something that's kind of back to back.
Yeah, bro.
And you want to work with people where it's like iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think that's a huge thing with rap. Like people are kind of scared to get on songs with people that, you know, if you know, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get smoked by this person. Like this, it's like it's healthy competition. Like you got to go on there. You're both trying to gas it.
Yeah.
And like that's why, like when we first met yesterday, it was like right off the bat, like just good energy.
I can tell.
And we're like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing. Like you start meeting people like that, and those are the people you got to stick around and keep, you know, making music with, and even just being around. You want to be around hungry people. It keeps you hungry.
Nah, man.
So I mean, that shit yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean,
two of the people who keep me the hungriest is in the room right now with me.
Right.
So like, you know, it's special, man. Talk about
that. Last night was crazy.
Bro,
Yeah.
yo,
we had a session in Oakland last
that's
night.
what I'm saying. Talk about that too.
Yeah.
Talk about the grind, the late night hours, the
Oh my
stuff that
God.
people don't see
I've
that
spent-
goes into making these albums. Talk about that.
So like this last project, I hundreds of hours.
Yeah, man.
And a lot of the times, like it's people. So this is the funny thing. People, a lot of my friends have 9-to-5s and jobs. They talk to me and they're like, you know, your life is like so awesome, so cool, which it is 100%.
I don't understand.
But they're like, you know, that must be so sick. I wish I could do that. And I always laugh when they say that, because I always say, you know what the nice thing about your job is? You clock off at 5 and you don't think about that shit till 8:30 on the way to work.
Facts.
I'm like, if I get a call, like last night, we're at dinner, session opens up at 10 o'clock in Oakland. We are out there recording till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. A lot of times it's till 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, like with music especially, the work that you do in the dark gets brought to light later on.
1,000%, bro.
And that's why it's like last night, like we were in the studio and we were both like, shit, this shit is tough. Like we were making great music. But it's, I mean, that's what it's all about, is that it's just a rapid pace. Just you gotta keep going.
I love it, man.
I just want to know, how do you balance it though? Like, is there a balance between I know I think it was Eminem. They say the way he does it, he makes it like a job. He does it 9 to 5, and he has like a lunch break and all that. And after 5, I forget who was saying this to me, but then it's over. For you, like, how do you balance between, you know, your crafting and then just personal life?
Honestly, for me, it's kind of like, the nice thing for me is the music I make, a lot of the stuff, I mean, it's just like, it's so natural to me because it's just like what's going on in my life right now. So like the same shit that I'm talking about on the songs, I'm talking about,
You keep
I'm talking about, you know, when I'm at home. So like I'll go home and have a conversation with the team, and I'm having the same conversation that I was having in the song.
No, 1,000%.
So like I don't really have to necessarily turn it off.
Yeah.
But there's definitely time, like my mom, and when I'm back home in the Bay, I live in San Diego now, but when I'm back home in the Bay, like there's times where, you know, my family or friends get annoyed because I'm like always on the phone or, you know, just trying to do the next thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, that part definitely does suck sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I love it at the same time because it's like, if you're busy, that's a good thing.
That's
it's
a great,
hard, man.
that's a great thing.
And that's the thing, man. When we talking about, you know, trying to become great, you know, there are things that you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it's tough, man. Like you miss out on moments, you miss out on big things, but you know, it's love. You know, they talk about having a responsibility and being in a position like you will lose out on things. You will be missed out on things. And I think it's important to have this healthy conversation because a lot of rappers don't really get a chance to tell their full story. You know, they get a chance to say it, you know, through their music. But sometimes being able to sit down and have a conversation like this, man, I think that's super, super healthy, man, because like, bro, like y'all human. You know, like we human, like people say, oh, you just a rapper or I'm just an athlete. Nah, man, I got feelings.
Right.
I go through things. I got relationship problems, relationship issues. But, you know, I use my music to speak about it. Where did you get your influence from? Like what, like I hear a little Jack Harlow, hear a little Mac Miller. How is it being you and the influence that you got from what you're doing? Like, what are you doing?
I think that I always say that I don't know where the exact influence is, like in terms of what artists.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, ever since I was probably 17 to now, I'm my number one listener. So like I've been listening to myself.
Oh man.
So it's kind of hard for me to like pinpoint like who, you know, I like try to, cause I don't mold myself after anybody. I just kind of, this is just me.
Yeah.
But I always say this, a lot of times with the music, it takes you going through shit to make good music. And that's the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, I have this song, One Last Song on 619 on my last album. I mean, I was going through tough, like, I mean, you know how it goes when you get your heart broken or whatever. Like, that shit, I mean, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
So like that kind of stuff, it turns out so good. The music is like insane. And I remember when I made that song, like backstory, I made that song at 4:00 in the morning in Vallejo. I'm sitting there in the Dawn Caprice. He looks at me and he goes, bro, I'm out of here. You're not doing another song tonight. I'm like, come on, bro, please, one more. I turn on the beat. He goes, no. He goes, and I'm like, you got to let me just try. He goes, I'll give you one take. If I like it, then I'll let you finish the song tonight. If not, I'm packing up, taking my shit, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I probably did half the song in the first take. And he looks at me and he goes, I don't care if we stay till 10 a.m. He's like, we're finishing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I was so broken and hurt in that moment. I mean, even going through this last album, like I've had a lot of shit going on with like relationship stuff and family stuff that had me so down bad.
Yeah, man.
And then the music comes out and it's like, damn, like, you know, it sounds really good. But, you know, sometimes, and that's just the way it is though. Like if you want to make good music, it has to be real and real life stuff has to happen to you. And, you know, if everything was butterflies and rainbows, I mean, this shit would be boring.
No, 1000%, man. Like we talk about, you know, that's another hard question, man. Hip hop is so black. How is it and how do you carry yourself being a white rapper, bro? Like, like it's different. It's hard. You know, I know we had a conversation yesterday. You said somebody said something about you. Like, how does that make you feel? What have you experienced with that? Yeah. And how did you deal with it?
I mean, my thing has always been this. Like, there's no like color in this shit for me. Like, we're all people. Yeah. Like, I'm just like the next guy.
Yeah, man.
So I don't think, and whenever that stuff gets brought up, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Like, it doesn't, I just know how people are.
Yeah.
And I knew what I was getting into doing this. Like, I knew even making me, I mean, anything you do, like, you could be any color doing anything and 1,000%. Someone's gonna find a way to
1,000%.
you know, poke at you or say something about you. So it's like, listen, like that stuff to me doesn't really bother me just because I'm like, I know who I am and I know what I do and I know what I do well.
Yeah.
And that's what matters to me.
I love it, bro.
So I'm like, I mean, shit.
Yeah, man, I love it. I respect it, bro.
Yeah.
Now what, like, here's just a general question about your music. Like, if somebody never listened to you before, like, what do you want people to take away from your music as a listener? Man.
I think the biggest thing is probably just believing in yourself. And my whole brain is just betting on yourself. Like, you know, if you don't bet on yourself, nobody else will. And I think that with my music, I want the next generation of artists to be okay with being vulnerable in their music. I think that right now, with the way that music is, a lot of times, everyone wants to be the tough guy. Everyone wants to be the big, you know, the big shot. Everyone wants to be in, it just doesn't need to be that way. And I think that there's something to be said about artists that are telling their real life story and, making themselves vulnerable on songs, because, people get weird about going and talking to a therapist. Imagine putting that shit on a song and putting it out on radio.
To the world.
So it's like, I think that it's just like we need a lot more of that. And I think that it's healthy for people to be able to express themselves and 100%. Say how they really feel. And I want the next generation of artists and even people in general just to be able to kind of, just let themselves, say what they need to say and do what they need to do. And I think that it's just hard right now with the way the world is. Like nobody really wants to say how they really feel. And I don't know. I just think just being comfortable in your own skin would be a big one for me.
Yeah, it's healthy, man.
So,
when we started this, she was like the one on the camera. You might cry today too, but he would like cry. Yeah. And I don't cry, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I remember there was a moment when I got baptized and for the first time, like I was just crying on camera, like just letting all my emotions out for everybody to see. And I'm like, dang, but like you said, like a lot of people, especially as men, especially as black men too, like we try to hold that in because we always think we got to be this big tough guy. But I think it is very, very important for people to let them feelings out, and it's okay. We human, so
I love
like that.
Like I ain't gonna lie, man. Been through a lot to be sitting up here behind this mic, bro.
Yeah,
like all of us, man. Like I think we warriors, man. Like this is what we do, and it's just a true testament to we talk about keep going. We scream it. We talk about it. Like we blessed, bro.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like this is. We get a chance to get up in front of these mics and truly inspire and change the world. Yeah. Like, and that for me alone has been the saving grace for me.
Totally.
I never really played the game to be known and all that crazy stuff, man. Like, I just wanted the respect and I wanted to inspire people, bro.
Right.
And like, just to hear you, watch you, see you in this element, man. I appreciate the artwork. I appreciate the craft. It's definitely a pleasure to meet you, bro. Like this is crazy, bro.
Yeah, this is
like
crazy.
It's a real life movie, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Like we was in the Rolls Royce with the stars in the ceiling, like driving down the like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the child version in me is like screaming, like, yo, we here, like we made it, but still got so much work to do.
Yeah.
I want to hear you talk about like what would you say to the younger you, bro?
Yeah.
Like the kid that was sitting there just dreaming, bro. Like what would you say to him, bro?
Honestly, I don't think I'd say anything because I think that how I was raised, it would happen 100 times out of 100. And I think that what I had to go through, if it happened again to the younger me, I think I'd be in the same spot over and over again. Just because I didn't listen to anybody and I really just was, I bet on myself always. And I'm so proud of myself for doing that. And I'm so thankful that I did. But yeah, I mean, I would just just say that, it's hard. And there's going to be times like a couple of years ago, I lost my little brother in a car accident. Like there's stuff that you can't prepare for. But that same stuff is what motivates you to get to that next level. Like my little brother Tyler is like, that's my best friend. I got him tatted on my arm, the T in the middle of my arm.
Yeah.
And it's tough. Like, I mean, that stepbrother, but that's my, that's my best friend of all time. Like that's my guy.
Yeah.
But I think that those kind of things have just motivated me so much because like that was my biggest fan. So like now, how hard are we going to push it for him? And there's stuff like that. So I think that I did a really good job, and I'll always give myself credit for putting my foot in the ground and being like, all right, here we go. And I think that I would do that 100 times out of 100, just the way I was raised, thanks to my mom, thanks to the people around me. So yeah.
That's love.
I love it, man. Like to be able to share, talking about, your brother, that's big time, bro. I think the thing that hurts us the most is the thing that helps us grow the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just for you to say that, man, like, I had a whole picture, video type thing, but we don't even need it because you already said it. And I think that that's what ShowtimeSpeaks is, man. It's for you to really get on here and really just let it out.
Yeah.
You feel me? And just hearing you talk about that, man, I think, when we lose people, when we lose things, and, when it's time to retire and move on to the next thing, you feel that pull of, am I going to stay the same? or am I gonna get better and just keep moving forward and keep finding a way to keep going?
Right.
And it's like, bro, just watching your journey, hearing so much about you before I even got here, and meeting you in person, bro. I think it's better just even meeting you in person, bro. Like you a dog, bro. You a killer when you get in, like when you get behind this mic, bro. Like that. Bro, that freestyle in the beginning,
he was starving.
Yo, bow that you heard me, like yo, like when you like just talk about what you got upcoming, like what's next for you, like what's going on. Talk about like I know you're supposed to be coming to Philly. Yeah, talk about it, bro. Come on.
So we're pulling up to Philly.
Yeah,
we're pulling up to Philly. We got a couple of things in the works. We'll keep quiet right now.
Yeah, man.
CC hitting the stages again soon. Okay. We're back on stage. 619 album out now.
Yeah.
A whole lot of new music ready too. I got 500 in the vault.
I know you do, cuz.
Clip is full. I promise you that.
Knowing.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about like that feeling of going on stage. Now, I mean, it's different being in the booth.
Yeah.
But talk about that on stage. Like I know for me, I'm a trainer, so like I train like this past summer I had like 100 kids.
Right.
A team. And I know for me, you just I turn into a whole different, like I'm Reds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now I'm Kenny, but I turn into Reds and you turn into a whole different,
I think.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I think that honestly, it's very similar to when I get in the booth.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's killer instinct.
Yeah.
And I think that in the booth, I'm more, it depends what I'm doing. But like in the booth, I'm very tactical in what I'm doing. On stage,
but you gotta entertain.
I know how to I really do understand how to kind of entertain. I understand how to kind of gauge a crowd and get to the next thing and maneuver and do everything you need to do to keep everybody engaged. And I think that I've done shows, like I did a show a couple years ago in Boise, Idaho for a fraternity, and it was like 500 people.
Yeah,
like almost blew the roof off the place.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah.
So like that kind of stuff, like. I love being on stage is my favorite place to be. 100%. Like I don't get scared, not nervous, nothing. It's like I could walk out in front of a million people right now and I would not even bat an eye.
That's a gift. Yeah.
But I think that it's because we've done all the work. And I think that when you're it's like exactly what you were saying earlier. It's like when you're prepared and you're always ready, you don't have to get ready.
Yeah, stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
So it's like for me, it's like getting on stage. I'm like, whenever I could be, I could be in flip flops. I'll get on stage.
Yeah.
So that feeling of being on stage though is crazy because it's like it's like you do all these songs in the booth.
Yeah.
And it's like you always want to know what it's like when you're on the stage, but you never know until you're there.
Yeah, that stage different, bro.
Different.
And you can speak to that, She.
No, I do. I do a lot of motivational speaking. So like when you up there and it's quiet. They're listening to you. And you got full eye contact with some people and they looking you directly in your face and you're like, I gotta entertain or I gotta teach or I gotta be a certain kind of way to really impact and influence the people in here. Right. Bro. It is like a lot of people can't do this, bro. A lot of people can't stand in front of these mics, bro. Like it takes time, it takes practice, it takes like real life dedication. Like it's no joke.
No,
like,
it's
I done seen some people freeze up in those moments, man. Like
that's why, like, when you were saying earlier, like, watching me do, like, the freestyles or playing beats, it's like that probably times a million. Like, when I'm on stage, I'm like, I'm fired up. Because it's like, that's the shit you work for. Like, once you're on stage, like, I mean, you're there. Like, that's what you've done all this work to get to this point, and it's like, now you're there.
It's go time.
So it's time to turn up. There's no reason to slow down or be anxious or anything. It's like, you already did it.
Yeah. I love it, bro. Like, what's the biggest thing that people like misunderstand you with? Like, we all trying to fight to be understood. But it's always like that. Like, why don't you get me? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you what's that biggest thing for you that like I wish only people knew?
Yeah, I think a lot of people just looking at me. I've had a lot of people say like, I thought you were an asshole or I thought you were mean, and it's like, to be honest, the funniest part is like a lot of the time it's like because you're wearing the backwards hat and you got glasses on, you're walking around. I'm not like, I really, really, truly, like, most people don't know, like the people close to me know, like I'm truly like the nicest person. Like I would do anything for the next person.
You cool.
Like I really like don't like, I'm not like cocky or popping my shit all the time. Like I'll get that way when I need to be that way. And there's certain times in this industry where you need to be that way. But other than that, like I just like chilling. Like I really just like hanging out with my friends. Like if I'm ever out, I'm like, I'll be out at the dive bar with my friends taking tequila shots. Like I really, like that's what I do.
Dude.
Yeah.
Backers hat on, skater vibe, like, beach vibe. Like you got a mixture of everything, yo.
Yeah.
So like, just talk about that, like your style. Like your style as a rapper. Like what do you...
It's changed.
Yeah.
It's changed. I mean, when I was younger when I was first coming up in the Bay Area, I used to go by Bolt. And I'd be with my guy Scando and, you know, a lot of my close friends in music. And I'd be making more like hard Bay Area music. And I was wearing like the Subi jeans and I was wearing like white tees with like the Braves hat. Like that used to be me when I was like in the Bay Area, when I was young, like 18.
Yeah.
And then now I've kind of transitioned to be, you know, I live in San Diego now.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of impacting my style a good amount. Because a lot of the stuff I'm making now is more like clubby kind of house stuff.
Yeah, bro. That's the
but that's the wave that you and that's what I like. Honestly, it was so like meant to be because I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But I never like knew how to get into it.
Yeah.
And I didn't ever want to put like my thing is I don't want to ever make something that's not natural to me. I won't even touch it. Like if someone sent me something and I felt, even if they're like, I'll pay you $5,000 for a feature. Can you hop on this? If they sent it to me and it was like not really the vibe that I'm kind of going, I won't even touch it.
Yeah.
So like I never wanted to do it because I didn't want to be unoriginal. I didn't want to be, you know, like feel like a poser. And then it kind of started naturally happening. And then I made the song 619 for the album. It turned out to be, you know, the name of the album and the lead song. And people were like, shit, like you need to do more of this.
Yeah.
And then I went back and I started listening to more like the, you know, Drake's Honestly Nevermind and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could do this.
Nah,
and like,
bro.
not only I could do it, like I really want to do it.
That's the vibe, bro.
And now I'm like, I have so like,
Yeah.
I can't say it yet, but I got a project.
Bro, that's the vibe, though.
I got a project on the way.
When you talk about vibes, like for me, I always say like, if I go to any type of club, party, whatever, I'm like, yo, just throwing Drake like the joint with the beat, work, that type joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like stuff you can dance to. I like to dance. You know what I mean?
And I found a new pocket. Like I feel you. And I found a new pocket where it's like the kind of dancey music, but it kind of had like the not sad, but the kind of undertone, like the smooth undertone. And that's my pocket right now. Like you guys heard the one I played earlier from the studio last night.
We heard it.
Like I'm in a whole different bag right now.
Let's get controversial. Let's go top 5. Let's go top 5. Your top 5 rappers
ever.
I mean, whatever, current, whatever. We got to do it.
People are gonna hate me for this, but I stay true. I am 10 toes, so I can't even.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Number one. I'm gonna go by ever. Greatest ever.
It's your choice.
Wayne is number 1.
I knew he was gonna say Wayne.
Wayne's number 1. He is.
I'm not mad at that. Go ahead.
Wayne's number 1. People are gonna hate this next. They're gonna hate this.
This yours.
I'd say Drake's 2.
I like that.
But
too.
I think that you have to give it to him just because the way that the music is.
You gotta explain yourself. You gotta explain yourself.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
It's
I'm
him.
a Jersey fan, bro.
It's
so
him.
I ain't
It's
mad
him. And I'm a West Coast guy saying that.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yes.
I'd say after that, I'd probably go. I'm not the biggest. I'd say Pac. You have to go Pac.
Okay.
3rd.
Okay.
My 4th, personally, I'd say Nas would have to be my 4th. I love Nas. So
Yeah.
and then I'd go Jay-Z 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. That's a solid 5.
But then I got a couple obviously E40 Too Short, Mac Dre, Bay Area.
I was gonna ask if you had like one collab you would want to do, who would it be? Like
one collab ever?
Yeah.
I think right now I really want to do. This is gonna sound crazy. I've just recently. This is probably not my top ever, but as of recent, I really want to work with Lord, the singer. Just because like someone like that, I think on a song would be like crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to get. I like working with female artists. I think that just like having like a beautiful female vocal in songs is just like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
But I mean, there's so many talented female artists right now. So I mean, really any.
Okay. As we come to a close, it was one more thing. I definitely want to kind of like touch on the business side of things. You know, being a rapper, you know, being in this element, being in this realm, like, you know, how hard is it to make it? How hard is it to find a deal? How hard is it to go through that process? And what does that look like?
I think that just like anything in life, it's a lot of this stuff is about who you know. And I think that how you how you carry yourself and the relationships you make with people are very important.
Yes, indeed.
And I think that treating the janitor like the boss is the way you have to live your life always, because you'll cross paths with someone at some point, and that impression that you leave with that person could change your life later on.
Facts.
And I think that you have to work your ass off. That's number one. And 100%. Because, I mean, you could get a deal and have one song, you've made one song ever, and you can get a deal and they'll put you on a 360 and take everything from you, and then it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to work your ass off to have longevity in the game for sure. I think that the next thing is just treating people the right way.
Yeah.
And always keeping your circle tight is a good recipe for that, of just kind of, of making it. And I think that just being a good person, I think that the work ethic and the being a good person will get you anywhere good in life, regardless if it's music, regardless if it's football, regardless of whatever it is. If you have a good attitude and you keep good people around you, you're going to be all right.
100%, man. As we come to a close, bro, we always like to end when we have guests on the show with this segment. It's the Keep Going segment.
Yep.
And you basically describe a time in your life where you had to pick it all back up, where it looked like it was over, like things were not looking good, and you found a way to make it through. Talk about that moment, man.
I think, honestly, the biggest moment for me was probably when Tyler passed. I was in shambles. Like, I was down bad. I remember I took a flight. The day I found out, it happened the night before. I found out in the morning. I took a flight to my sister in LA, and I stayed in her house in LA, her like apartment, for probably a week. Just a dark room, no phone, just like dead. Like, it was just like nothing. And I think that picking myself up from that was the lowest I think I've ever been. And I think that I was at a point where I was like, didn't even care. I was just so done with everything. I felt like nothing mattered. And I said I was done with music. I'm like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with all this shit. I'm over it. And then my older stepbrother, Tristan, I remember he talked to me and he was like, bro, like, you have to keep the torch going. Like, someone has to carry the torch. Like, you can't, he was like, don't be selfish and give up just because it's you. Like, look at Tyler would want you to do this.
Yeah, man.
Like, the people behind you, look at all these people that have supported you over the years. You think it's fair to them to just give up and lay down? And I think that tough love and, from everyone in my corner at that point, like, I got pushed hard because they were like, you can't just give up. And that was one of those moments where I was so close to just being like done with everything. And thank God that I had such a good support system and, such great people in my life. And like I've said, I'll always say this, that I would not be shit. I wouldn't be here. I would be nothing without the people around me. Like, nothing. That, like, talent, that shit doesn't matter. Like, I'd be nothing without my support system. I'd be nothing without God. I'd be nothing without my family. I'd be nothing without you guys. It's like, you need to have good people around you. And that's the only way that I got out of that situation. And there's been plenty of times in my life where I felt like I was not going to get up. And that's why I always try to say to the next artist, the next person, it's like, you always have somebody. And whether that's God or people around you, like, you're always going to have somebody. And there's never a time to give up. You have to keep pushing no matter what. So,
man,
Christian,
yeah,
this was special. This was iconic. This is Showtime Speaks, man. Like, this is that's why we doing it, man. New up and coming, rapper, artist, like, just extremely special at what you do, your craft, your art. We admire it. We respect it.
Yes, indeed.
You got a whole group of people behind you. Listen, we're going to blow this episode up.
Yep.
We're going to make sure people know who you are, how to pronounce your last name.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're going to make sure, man, because people need to hear your story, man. People need to hear your voice. It's special, it's unique, and you got it, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Like, you got something that a lot of people don't got, and that's heart, bro.
Yeah.
That's heart. And when you talk about having God at the forefront, bro, man, that's special, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't ever lose that, man.
Never.
Because as a man, like, sometimes we think we can do it all on our own. And sometimes it takes for you to sit in that dark room to really, like, get through it, man. And I'm a witness. I've been in those dark spaces, cried real tears, but those tears made me a man. And I'm proud of you, bro. I can't wait to continue building our relationship and our friendship.
Totally.
And I'm just happy to be able to do this, man. Kenny, man, close us out, man.
Yeah, man. You the definition of relentless. You the definition of keep going. And you just got to keep doing what you're doing, bro. We appreciate you. This story is going to inspire the next one because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And again, keep God first. Keep the right people around you. We got you. When you come to Philly, we gonna show out. So keep doing your thing, bro. We appreciate you. For sure.
Thank you guys for having me too, and thank you to Leonard, thank you to Paul, thank you to everybody, thank you to the family, FOF. Thank you to God. All glory be to God.
Yeah, man.
Let's do this thing. It's time. 619 out now. Let's go.
Man. Continue to walk on this journey with us, y'all. You already know.
Keep going.
It's always gonna be Showtime Speaks.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow.